Hi everyone, this is Thursday, October the 3rd, and yes, this is my birthday, and I decided to come down here and do a video. Now y'all know that I was playing around with this. I got it in. Well, I'll tell you what I changed, okay? You see that little silicone? There's a metal nut up here. The little silicone is down here. Let me see if I can lift it, because I tried it out and okay. You can see the little silicone. And then up underneath is the silicone and then the metal nut. So the silicone is touching on both the glass areas. And that little thing up here had to be cut. I know that this is open, and when you do it that way, it's closed. And this right here is open. And this is where the oil, I took the whole thing off. The oil comes out of, goes in here. That is the oil gauge. And I filled that up, and I filled it up. I'll show you. This is the oil that I got. I got it off Amazon. It cost me $10 for that. Now when I turned it on, you feel air coming out of that. And I wasn't quite sure if it was going to work. But it did. The big nut that was in the little toolkit, that big nut that had that on the end goes on the pump side. And then you use these little, I forgot what they're called, and you just tighten them up right there. And the same thing over here. But the big nut that has this end to it goes on the pump side. And we're going to turn it on. Now I want you to see the gauge. I watched several videos, y'all. See, it's automatically going up. But now there is air coming out. Let me show you the gauge. I don't have anything in it right now. Just a silicone. We're fixing to mess up. I hope we don't mess up. We're fixing to mix up some resin and put it in there. It does not take long at all for it to reach. And you're seeing this in real time. And yes, I've got it on my little cart. My little movable cart. So if I had to move it out real quick, I can do that. Okay. And I'm going to turn it off. Now, as you can see, I turned the unit off, but it's still holding the pressure. It's still holding it. When I hit this right here, and I'm just going to slightly open it. You can hear it. I have the garage doors open, so you might not be able to hear it as well. But you can see it dropping. And they say to do this slowly. And I still don't have it all the way opened, and it's dropping pretty good. So the vacuum is really, really good in this. Okay, so now it's totally open. I'm going to close it again. Now this is to close the line, and they say sometimes to close the line to keep oil from coming in, but I've not seen that issue. So if I don't have to do that, I'm going to just leave it open. that might be something that will happen after you've had it for a while. But we're going to come over here and we're going to put this on the base right now. I will try to move this a little bit as we go. I'm moving it out, and yes, I am on the high thing right here, and I've got certain molds that I'm thinking about using. Yes, that's Into Resin, and yes, that's Into Resin, and yes, this is Into Resin, and yes, this is Into Resin mold, and this is the brain mold. Well, yes, it is, and I'm going to try that. This is the cat mold that I just got, and this is the house mold. I just want to put a small layer of clear resin in this right now. And I'm closing. Well, let me close the garage door. Let me just do that. I'm closing both the garage doors, and maybe it will help the noise. Okay. And I'm not sure, part of me wants to try a resin that gave me a lot of problems with bubbles. Now, it may have been the way I mixed it. It may have been totally me. And so we're going to try it again. We're going to see if we can't get the bubbles out of it. Because I have it here. And I'm trying to put gloves on, y'all. Oh, and they're sticking to my hands. Why are these gloves sticking to my hands? Well, they are sticking to my hands. Okay. And another thing I wanted to show you, if I can find the bucket now. I may have lost the bucket already. Here it is. This bucket, which is a mix to mold bucket, fits perfectly inside that container. Now, I gotta make sure I've got a clean one. This is not a clean one. When I say a clean one, I don't mean, but one of them I mixed plaster up in, and I don't want to use that one. And that's one I grabbed. So let me grab another one. And I am taking the handle off. I don't want the handle on this. And I am going to take some alcohol, and I'm going to clean it out with alcohol and a baby wipe. I'm just wiping it out to make sure there's no powder residue in this at all. And no, you cannot see it right now. I'll show it to you. All I'm doing is wiping it out. There's the bucket. Now I'm cleaning off the front side too, so this color doesn't get inside the machine. And I'm showing you the mix to mold bucket because I know a lot of y'all use this product right along with me. And I was going to make some trick-or-treat buckets out of some of them I had, but I thought, well, let me see, because the thing about resin, if you put it in a small cup, it's going to get hot faster. It's the depth of the resin. And most of the resin that I use is for shallow pouring. Now I use fillers a lot of time for the ones that are deeper, and I've never had an issue. But you definitely don't want your resin fast curing. And if it gets too hot, that's exactly what will happen. And so, I'll show you in just a minute. I chose the big one. Not that I'm going to be making bukus of resin, It's because the size of it versus using a cup like this. Let me get versus using a cup like this, or a cup like this, or one of those measuring cups. Even this, even one of these Let's Resin. You see how much wider the bottom is? That means the more shallow, the longer I have to get the air bubbles out. And that's the reason why I'm going with the biggest pipe that will fit in there. And it most definitely will fit in there without any issue at all. Now I am going to go and I'm not going to mix it up in there, I don't think. I think I'm going to mix it up in a glass and then pour it in there. I'm using these alcohol wipes to get the moisture out because I definitely don't want any moisture left in this bucket. And alcohol will evaporate. The moisture from the baby wipes, not so much. Okay, I think we got the bucket good and cleared out. And I am going to take, just to make sure it's dry really good, I am going to take my heat gun and I'm just going to make sure the inside of this is good and dry so there's no moisture. I don't want anything contaminating the resin. So I'm making sure that there's not any moisture in here. And it should be good and clean. So there we go. We're starting out with a good clean bucket. On the inside anyway. Okay, I'm going to scoot this up for just a second. And I think what we're going to use is this Naked Fusion low viscosity. The last time I used it, I had lots of bubbles. It may have just been me. I have it here, and it would be a great test because I know how many bubbles I had in it last time. So, we're going to go ahead and use this. And I'm not sure how much resin I'm going to need. For all of this. But I'm going to say I'm going to need quite a bit. Now these are small. These don't take a whole lot. That's not going to take a whole lot. And this is going to be clear with filler. This is going to be clear. That is going to have mica in it. But we'll go ahead and I need a little bit of clear. That I want clear, and I'm going to just put some, a little bit of filler in that. And that I want with just a touch, and I mean just a hint of pigment. And this is the pigment that I want to use in it. And I just want a touch of that in there. So let me look and see if I think I'll mix these two actually. Okay. This I want to, I don't know if it's going to work. This I would like to, I'm going to mix the two in there. I'm going to mix that up. I'm going to do a little bit of glitter, and then some black, and then some white on that, I think. So let me get the glitter out. Not glitter. I was thinking, but maybe glitter. Maybe I do want to do glitter. Let's see. Ooh, that is so pretty. Yeah, I'm looking at my glitters, y'all. Be patient with me for just a second. That's a pretty glitter, but I don't think it's gonna work very well. That's a really pretty glitter, but that's not gonna work well with what I want to do. So yep, I'm looking for gold. And I don't have a gold glitter up here. Not a fine one anyway. I'm looking. But I don't see a fine gold glitter. So I'm going to use that one. Even though it's a little bit chunkier than what I want. If I don't put much, maybe that will work. Okay. And I do need to get a black. Okay, I've got a black out for that. Okay. And then I need to get the filler for the cat. So let me get that. I have this that might work better in the brain. Maybe. It's a really fine glitter. I'll leave that there. Okay, and for the cat, I want to use this. For the cat, it's very lightweight. I hope it stays floating. We will find out. And the bird I have some really weird stuff. Let me see if it's out. I don't know where it is. Dan took it out of the car. Hold on a minute, I'm looking for a tin. And I don't see it now. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, here it is. something at the dump yesterday when I went to go get Dan. It was a piece of artwork that had been it wasn't in good shape. So I spent a few minutes and cut stuff off of it. This is what we're going to put in the bird. And yes, I think these are old beans. And I'll try not to get the ones that have the pieces of corn and different, but that's what I want to put in the bird because I think it looks so organic and I think it would look cool. I don't know if it's going to, but we're going to try. And since this has already been protected with a coating, I think it will work just fine. Okay, so here we go. We're going to mix the resin. And let me get a mask on. And I'm looking for a new one. Y'all be patient with me. I was not planning on doing this. I'm just being spontaneous because I was up there curious how it was going to work. And I thought, well, there's no reason for me to stay up there curious. I need to just come down here and check it out and see. So that's what I'm doing. But I didn't gather everything prior to coming on. And I know some of y'all are going to say something about it. So just please forgive me. I am doing the best that I can. I have lost my mask. Okay, here we are. New one. And yes, y'all know, if you watch me long enough, you know that I am all about wearing proper, what's it called, PPE. And I love these right here. Somebody gifted these to me off of Amazon, and I absolutely love these. Now I'm going to sound funny. I'm going to sound sort of muffled. And I do have my glasses on. And this is how I measure, because I use the same cups. That is B. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in here. I'm going to scrape it out. These cups, I got at the Salvation Army. A lot cheaper. They were brand new. But I paid very little for them. And paper cups are expensive when you buy them online. Okay. Now I'm going with A. And I'm filling this one up. Then I'm going to pour it in. Okay. And now I'm mixing it up. Now I could use a mixer. I do have a mixer. Don't know where it is right now, or I would use it. I'm looking for it. That is... I don't know. Let me see if I warmed it up a little bit, because it's awfully thick. I can tell the difference. It is getting easier to mix. I'll tell you what though, it would be nice to have a mixer. This is already wearing my hand out. I am not trying to keep bubbles from getting in it either. I know I'm causing a bunch of air bubbles. But I want to see if this works better than the Let's Resin debubbler. Because now I've had that one and I will show you that one. But I'll tell you, it doesn't ever get all the bubbles out for me. Never has. So... it gets about half of them out, but it takes about 10 minutes to get half of them out. So we will see how this works. I think I've got it mixed up pretty good. So I'm sticking it over here. I'm going to get it in, and then I will take the camera down and hope I don't lose it. I take a chance every time I touch that thing. It's a phone. But I am taking the top off. It's heavy. This top is heavy. And it says to try to center it. So I do try to get it centered. Oop. The gasket thing has come off the top. Okay, here we go. That fits down much better. Okay, here we go. First time using this. Boy, I hope. Let's see what happens. Let me take this off so you can see it. Hold on a minute. Let me get it off the thing. And I hope I won't mess it up. Okay, here we go. I want you to see this. The pressure is coming up. Pressure is coming. One. There you go, you can see it. There's the pressure. There's the bubbles coming up. Now it's so low. I'm not worried about the bubbles coming up too much. I'm not worried about it overflowing. Now I think I'm going to try this for 2 minutes and see what happens. Oh wow. Look at those, oh my gosh. Well, maybe it will overflow. No. Can you see that? We still got quite a way. Okay, I'm going to stop it. It's been 1.5 minutes. I'm going to stop it. Because I just want to see how many bubbles it took out. Wow. Wow, guys. Are you looking at this? Okay. I'm taking the top off. Because I want to see. Oh my gosh. Y'all are seeing this, right? 1.5 minutes? Let me come over here to the light. Okay, well. Wow, okay, let me get this back up here. That's faster than what I thought it would do. Okay, I'm trying to get it up here so I don't lose it. Oh, wait. Okay, down again. Wow, y'all. Okay. Oh, wow. Now, I am going to incorporate a few bubbles when I do this. And I know that. But, oh my gosh. just want you to see. Wow, okay. I'm totally impressed with this. A minute and a half. You saw the bubbles. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try not to put too many in here, but I'm going to, and there's not anything I can do about it. Yep, I'm putting bubbles back in. Oh, poo hiss. I did not want to. It was bubble free. Okay, let me just do it this way. Now I'm doing it, trying to get all the okay. Okay. What do I do with the rest of this? Okay, I'm going to save that for a minute. Okay. Well, here. I'll just mix the black in with this. To get black. A little bit of black. And then I'll mix some to get the white. And I don't care if it's got a little bit of grain tint to it. Okay. Let me get the white. And I'm using Cast & Craft white pigment. Trying to keep the bubbles to a minimum. when I'm doing this. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Let me okay. Let me put a little bit more in here. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Okay. And now I just want a little bit of plain clear in here. So I'm going to slowly pour it in. Okay, I don't see any bubbles in this, y'all. Now, this is amazing right here. Okay. Now we're going to go over here. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to pour it low. I'm trying to pour it slow. I think this one's going to have bubbles in it because of how I was having to pour it. We shall see. Yeah, I'm doing this just so I can get those bubbles. Yeah, and they're pulling up at the top. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see the bubbles coming up? And I hope you can see this. Oh, you can't. Okay, let me pull it. Okay. Let me put some alcohol down in here. That's where the pearl is supposed to go. Oh, but this one's not going to have a pearl, I don't think. Okay, what have we not done? That I want to get done. Oh, and the cat, I do too. Okay, let me go ahead and get some mixed up. With this stuff. Okay. I'll mix that up. Okay. Yeah, I'm just using up what I have left. Okay. There's that. That's got some, okay. And now, I'm not sure. I don't know how much this will take. Whoa! Oh, don't do that, y'all. Oh, I just hit the cat. Hold on a minute. I'm making a mess now. That's the only bad thing about this big bucket, but it's working out great. Other than that, I actually was doing pretty good as far as keeping everything fairly clean, too. if I've got enough to do that bird. But we're going to go ahead and put these in. And I'm going to mix this up. That's what I've got. I'm going to mix that up. Now, I am going to put just a touch of brown in there. If I can find the brown. That is one that I've had a hard time finding. Purple. Black. Orange. Where's the brown? Peach red. I still have not found the brown. I found the coffee, the black, the white, okay, maybe that's purple. Now I can't find the brown that's in here. I have pulled every one of them out. The brown is not in here. No, it's not. It's right here. Okay, just a touch of the brown. Okay, I put 3 drops of the brown. I don't want it to color it totally. Because I wanted to be able to see. I'm going to do, well, let's just do this. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted, but uh-oh, I have too much of them, I'm afraid. I wanted it to look really organic, and it's going to look really organic for sure. But I want it inside the tail, so let me maneuver. I think that's too big. Let me get a little stick. Yes, I'm sort of pushing it to where I want it to go. Let me look over here so I can see what is down in the head of the bird. I do want these down in the head also. Okay. Okay. So there's that one. We'll see how that looks. And now I've got this. I don't know what to do with this. Let's see what mold I can pull out of here real fast. We'll just do that. Now, I do not expect that one not to have any bubbles, because as much as I have pushed that around, I do want that. Let's see. Where's the black? Where's the black? Yeah, I'm putting a little bit of black with the resin that's left in this pot. There's the stick. I couldn't find the stick. Okay. And I'm going to mix it up over here so I can do it easier, and I'll show you when I pour it in. There's not a whole lot, but there's enough. Okay, well, I wasn't able to do this one. That one we'll keep for another day. And that's where the pot got stuck. Oh no. And that's why you don't do stuff over. Okay. I'm taking these gloves off. Whoo-wee. And I am going to try desperately to get that out of there. And I think I did. Okay. Cool. Woo-wee. Okay. I have got... I'm trying to put more gloves on y'all so I can get back over here and just clean up and move stuff around a little bit. My hands are sweaty, so these gloves are not going on as good. Okay. Oh, that was caught in my hair. The mask. I thought I was doing wonderful as far as not making much of a mess. And what I'm trying to do now, y'all, is to get it all together enough for me to put it up underneath the Let's resin, which it may not. It may be too much, but we're gonna try. Okay. I think that's going to be too much to go up underneath there. But we'll see. And I'm trying to get that glitter off because, boy, I'll tell you what, that glitter, if you don't want it in something, you better get it off because it just, I don't know, it's like glitter grows. It's like you don't know where it's coming from. y'all. If you can't see me, I'm sorry. All I'm doing is trying to get the glitter off of the silicone. Okay, let me see if I can get... I know that's going to be too big. That thing right there is going to stop it. I'm grabbing it. The beads are stuck on it. Yep. Okay, what I'm going to do is, since that's an extra piece, I'm going to put this down here because I won't be able to finish that on this video, so I will set this over to the side. And I will try to get all the pieces in this way. Let's see if it will fit on that. I don't want to get resin on my phone. And I have to watch these pieces because it cannot hit. Yeah, see, that's hitting. Let me put it this way. Nope. What's it hitting? Okay. Woo-wee. That's amazing. Okay, and I'm going to turn this on. And I'm going to put the charger on the phone. Oh, I got resin all over everything. Okay. I'm going to turn that on and take the gloves off. And I will be back when this is cured. Alrighty, we are back. And I think this is cured. I'm not sure. But we will try. It's been under there a couple of hours. There are bubbles right here on the bottom. I'm not worried about bubbles on the bottom. And let's go with this one first. I've poured this many times. But this was basically to see how the vacuum chamber pressure pot, whatever you want to call it, how that worked with the resin. And I spent 1.5 minutes removing the bubbles. And I'm going to, I really wish you could see this, and you cannot, but I see absolutely no bubbles in that whatsoever. It is not crystal clear because I put a color up underneath it because I wanted it just a slight bluish. And it's not totally, but I see no bubbles in it at all. Okay, the first one is out, and of course that's the Into Resin mold, and these are actually gorgeous molds. I'm going to put that right back in its bag. Now this one, this one was the brain. The one that they sent me that it was like, okay. But they were nice enough to send this to me, so I thought I'd try to do it a little different. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I think it's going to be shiny. A shiny brain. That's okay, here we go. Well, it's different, huh? It is very, very shiny. Very, very, very shiny. And there are a couple of air bubbles right there. That's not from the chamber pot not working. That's just the way that I poured it. But boy, as detailed as that is. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. It's different, and I don't even know if it really looks like, I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like a brain anymore. I don't know what it looks like, but there you have it. And that's another Into Resin mold. Look at that shine on that mold. Ugh. Yes. Okay. Now, y'all know I've done this before, this mold. I love this crystal mold. And yes, I have to cut it every time. And it's because I purposely pour it over the line. But this should give us some kind of idea. I see I didn't do it enough because that is not attached. But this should give us some kind of idea on how clear that vacuum chamber made this resin. And this is the resin that I had major problems with bubbles. And I even used it in the Let's Resin debubbler. But I just had to put it in for 1.5 minutes in the vacuum chamber. Okay, I'm trying to get it. I want it out in one whole piece, if possible, because I am already missing a piece over here. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, I can count the number of bubbles in here, which is amazing. Let me get that one out. Oh, this is just so cool. There is a couple at the bottom. I hope you can see this. Wow, I'm impressed with this chamber pot. I really, truly impressed with this chamber pot. That's just pure, clear resin right there. there maybe. Yeah, that's quite pretty. Alrighty. Bring that back in the bag too. I think what's in the Into Resin Molds in the original bag that it came in. Okay, this is supposed to have the shell in it. I didn't put the shell in it. I just wanted to test the mold out because I hadn't done this mold, and I wanted to test the resin out. So we're going to do that. We're going to test the resin and the mold out, and I don't care if it doesn't have a pearl in it. That's where the pearl goes. I think it sets this way, right? That's where the pearl is supposed to go, which I could actually put a bead in here, which I think I'm going to. Let me just get that out of there. And there is a couple of bubbles. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, let's see. That's the small ones. I need the big ones. I had the big bubbles. Let me go over here and see if the big bubbles are over here. Yep, they are. Okay, I don't know if these are big enough. I don't think that's going to be big enough. Okay, but this will be. So let me get one of those out. Oh, wow. Let's see if it will go down in there. Where I can. Yes. I'm not going to glue it in there right now, but can you see it? That's where it fits. And yes, there is a few. There is a few bubbles, but very, very few. This is actually a very, very, very pretty mold. And that's just clear resin. There's absolutely nothing else in here. Let me put my finger over there. That's the bottom of it. So wow, yeah, and I will glue that in. Okay, let me put this up. That also is an Into Resin Mold. Okay, now this one it was just leftovers, okay? This is going to be a weird looking, because this was just leftovers. Oh, wow. Okay, I absolutely love that look. Oh, I knew I would. I knew I would like that. And I really, really do like that. And that's the bubbles from the bottom. It's on the edges. But I mean, with all that stuff in there, you see very, very few bubbles in there, y'all. Oh, that's wild. Okay, I hope the bird just it is half this nice, and I will be happy. Oh, yeah. I'm going to love that vacuum chamber. I am going to absolutely love it. This is just what was left over, and oh, that is so, yeah. Yep, I am very, very satisfied with that vacuum chamber. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this because now I'm excited. I'm going to try to get the excess resin off the bottom before I and this is a Let's Resin. No, this is, no, it's not. This is an Into Resin Mold also right here. And this is the bird. Now I have poured this bird before, and it's a matte finish. It is not going to be shiny. And I poured it with mixed mold. And this right here, I'm not worried about the bottom. This can be sanded off. If it's bubble free everywhere else and just on the bottom, I don't have an issue with that at all. And I didn't spray alcohol on this. I was more concerned about getting the stuff down in the bird. Now I'm trying to get the resin off the mold, because this is another Into Resin mold. I don't want to put it up dirty, so now this little X-Acto knife is very, very, very dull. I wouldn't be doing this with a sharp X-Acto knife. I'm basically just using it as a scraper. It's got a very, very old blade on there. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, and yes. Oh. See, I don't see any bubbles in this. I don't see any bubbles in this. Oh, that's amazing too, with as many things that were in there. You would think that there would be, oh, I like that right there. Oh, I really do like that right there. Because it is different. Let's see if you can, trying to get it so where, oh, that is just really, really, really cool right there. Okay, boy. So far, all of them. This is amazing. I love, yeah, I love those. Okay. And then I did this because it was wonky and I didn't want it falling. Hope I didn't smush it. But we'll find out in a minute. This is a really flexible mold also. This is one of the newer molds. It's the cat. Oh, and you know, I said that I didn't think that bird mold was shiny. I want you to look at that. That bird mold is shiny. Now the cat mold is not shiny. Yeah. That's a little. See, it's shiny down at the bottom, but it's not a shiny mold. But I love, I still love the look of it. And I'm trying the eyes. I'm trying to see the eyes. That's an eye, and that's an eye, I think. Okay, let me see if I can get some markers. And hopefully, I don't know which one is fine. I want the real fine tip. Okay, I may not be able to do this on camera because I've got to see what I'm doing. Okay, the black is not showing up, so let's switch this over to a gold pen. Okay, once again, you really can't see it in gold either. Oh, that's a little wild. Okay. So you can't see it in black, you can't see it in gold. Why can't you see it in... Okay, let's try white. I have tried black, I have tried gold. Let's try white. Okay. Oh. Nope. Okay. I don't want to... Okay. I'm putting little dots to highlight the tail, just to make it stand out a little bit from... I don't like the white. But you can see the white better, so we'll leave it alone at that. And maybe just... maybe just a touch of the gold. I don't know. What do y'all think of that? I love the filler in it. I love the way the light reflects off of it. Now, it is not shiny. If it was shiny, it would show up a lot more, but I do love the filler in this. And I love that it's a little bit darker on the bottom. I just wish you could see the face more. Wow. Well, all in all, I would say that everything has been successful with this. I'm really, really amazed. I'm gonna pull this off so you don't have to wait for me to clean. And I'm gonna just set all this stuff up here so you can see it all. Yeah, I gotta get the crystal. And I think that goes right there somewhere. We'll just leave it right there. And I'm going to see if I can... I'm going to get the gloves off. I don't need my gloves on right now. And I'm going to see if I can take it up. Okay. And the funny thing is, I'm going to show you what I think I like the colors of, and I love the shine of, and amazingly, out of all the pieces, now I love these two because that's me. That's my organic, and that is just me. But as far as the contrast and the shimmer and the look and the way that the color graduates, and it's not just one color, and yes, it is a brain, okay, but this gives it some glitz, and it really doesn't look like, yeah, I don't know what, but yeah, I really like the way that turned out. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but yes, I really do like the way that turned out. I am very, very happy with that. So, there's that one. And then, of course, y'all know that I love these. I mean, just look at the sparkle on that, y'all. There's no way that you could not love these pieces. And this is what I think it makes Into Resin just on its own, that there's no competition with their molds, because I've not seen any place else. Let me get this, and so I can, there you go, so you can see it on a dark background. I just don't think any other company can compete with the way that Into Resin does their artisan handmade crystal molds. I just have not found it anywhere else. And that is what you get when you get those kind of molds. I mean, just the light just reflects on it like it is a crystal. It's actually quite stunning. And the same thing here. Now I've got the little pearl just sitting there, but if I held it, you see how the light reflects off of that? You see how it's cut, how this mold is cut to make it look like a crystal. I'm trying just to hold the pearl in there. But their molds are just very, very, very well done. Okay. And then y'all have seen me do these before. I will never get tired of doing those. I mean, those are just stunning. You could make these and have these all the way through your house. Just pure, clear, crystal clear. Look at that. I mean, look at that. And just have them everywhere. Oh, have them outside where the sun hits them. Oh my word. Or have them in your window where the sun comes in, and then you have all those colors and all the different shadows jumping around on your wall. Oh yeah, I'm going to be making a bunch of those. A bunch of those. And I'm going to be putting them everywhere and on my windows. And then, of course, y'all know, I think these were once upon a time, long, long ago, butter beans. They were used in an art project that was probably done in the 70s. And Dan was going to throw it away. I said, oh, no, not until, give me your pocket knife. I want to scrape all those off of that. And I did. And I put them in a tin and I brought them home. And I am so glad I did, because look at that. It looks so organic. And look at the bird. I mean, look at the bird. Oh, I absolutely love this. And that's the Into Resin mold also right here. So, and this. Now, if this was shiny and I could figure out what to do with the face, and it's dull. It is. And I think I'd prefer it shiny, but I love the filler. I love the way that the light does reflect off of the filler in there. And I'll probably give this to Ashley just to put on her, she has a little shelf that goes all the way around. Oh, and yes, I've yachted. I think it's probably about 10:30 at night now. And I'm gonna set this stuff over here. You know, I don't know what to do with this, but I love the look. I think it's the colors. I don't even see the brain in it anymore, okay? Because I love this, right? I love the contrast of the colors and just a little bit of this with that. I'm going to have to do that more and more stuff. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but yeah. Okay. And I want to, well, I can just leave this here. And I'm going to try to get the, I'm going to try to get the camera off. And I'm going to try to bring it back over here so you can see this. And I hope that I don't ruin the, because, you know, every time I play with that camera, if it goes weird. Oh, and this piece right here. Now, this is not cured. It's going to take a while for that to cure. And I do have plans for that. And I'm just going to cover it up and let it set up overnight. But I am going to cover it. This is why I'm trying to set this stuff down. Okay. And I think I got a couple of things in it. Oh, well. It is what it is. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I hope I don't lose the video. Ooh wee, I did not. Okay, back over here. I did not get any silicone or not silicone, any resin down in there at all. It came clean. And this is the lid. And I will try to put the lid back on. And it came with gloves. This is the name right there. That is what I got off of Amazon. I paid $89 plus tax. It was on sale, and there was a $10 coupon that I could apply to it. And do I think it was worth it? They're not sponsoring me, okay? They don't even have a clue to who I am. They don't even know I exist, okay? But am I happy that I bought this product? I am beyond satisfied with this product. I am thrilled to, and I'm excited to be able to use this in the future. It was not difficult at all. It was putting it together because the instructions stink. That they could do so much better with the instructions. But thankfully, because of other people, it was not this brand, but they're pretty much, you know, very similar. And it allowed me to figure it out as far as this bit goes. I had already figured pretty much how to put that on there. And then the oil. And it did tell you in the book where the oil chamber was. But I spent less on this than I spent, and oh, I don't want you to see all the junk, but there is so much junk over here. You see this? Now that's the Resineers debubbler. That was more. This item right here was more than this item right here. And this item makes that item over there non-existent as far as I'm concerned. It took me a minute and a half to get pretty much all the air bubbles out of 8 ounces of resin. A minute and a half. So that, no, there is no comparison between this and that one over there that I believe at the time was like $125. There is no comparison. So if you're looking at getting something to take the bubbles out of your resin, my opinion, and of course this is just my opinion, but my opinion from using both just the debubblers versus the vacuum chambers is the vacuum chambers is the best buy for your money, and it's going to do a better job, and it's going to do it quicker, and it's bigger, and you don't have to worry about what size cup you're going to use, how tall the cup is, because that's what you're going to run into with the other ones. The Let's Resin has one, and the Resineer has one, and you are going to run, unless you do little tiny bits of resin at one time, you're gonna run into issues with both of them. Now, I like both Resineer and Let's Resin products. I do, but I'm also here to tell you my honest opinion, and my honest opinion is if you want to get bubbles out of your resin, this is the way to go. Not one of those smaller push a button, and because it's not going to work as good. It's just not. I've used them both. And of course, like I said, that's just my opinion. And you choose. You do you. I say that all the time. Y'all need to do you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you saw something that you liked. Maybe you learned something. I'm so happy with this stuff. I am just thrilled. And then I do have a plan for this, but that has to cure. And so I'm just going to let it sit overnight. And tomorrow It's Friday. Dan's got a foot doctor's appointment in the morning. Let me tell you what they did to him. Yeah, I'm going to tell you this. I love Dan's foot doctor. I do. I think she's sweet. I think she's very knowledgeable. She's done wonderful things for Dan. But the company that she works for, this is the third time that they have made a mistake with Dan. The second time they made a mistake with Dan, it cost him 2 toes. It cost him his small toe and his toe next to his small toe, because they did not, somebody dropped the ball, and they did not get the antibiotics to him in time. And he tried everything he could to get somebody on the phone, and it took 2 weeks to get antibiotics, and the infection had already set in so bad that they had to remove his last 2 toes on one of his feet. Now, I was ready to sue at that point. I'm telling you, I don't say that lightly, but I was ready to. And of course, Dan, being Dan, said no. But this time, they sent him collagen that had sulfur in it for his wounds, and he's allergic to sulfur. And it's on everything that he has that he's allergic to sulfur. And somebody dropped the ball again, and so he has an emergency doctor's appointment. It was not scheduled. And thankfully, when he started having those, it was almost like a flu-type symptom. And he was getting really sick. And then his feet started, wounds that had healed, started breaking open again. And I told him, I said, stop using that. Stop it. It was 2 days he used it. I said, do not put that on your body again. The day after he stopped, all the symptoms disappeared. The wounds on his feet are starting to heal again. But somebody dropped the ball for the 3rd time. And somebody is going to tell me why. I'm going to find out who it is. And I don't want to hear somebody saying, well, we don't know, or it's just an honest mistake. And that's right. We do make honest mistakes. But when you're talking about the welfare and the health of an individual, those are mistakes you cannot afford to make. And I am very upset about that. So we have that in the morning. To go to. Thankfully, he's doing good. Just to let y'all know, he's fine. And Debbie's doing good. And I ate 2 pieces of my birthday cake. Yeah, I cheated big time. And they weren't small pieces either, but I love Publix chantilly cake, and that's what Ashley gets me every year. And of course, she did the same thing this year. She had 2 balloons attached to the cake when she brought it in. And our pastor was up here today. That was a true blessing. I got to take communion in my home with our pastor here on my birthday, and yes, that was definitely a gift for me. That doesn't happen very often, so that was very, very nice. And I had a good birthday. I did. I got a call from my son Ben, and all my grandbabies in the background wishing me a happy birthday. And then, of course, everybody here, that Dan and Ashley and John and Max and Debbie, and we had a good day. The only one that I didn't hear from was my oldest son. And I'm sure there's a good reason for that, because he normally never forgets my birthday. So, I'm sure I'll hear from him probably tomorrow or the next day. You know, he has a lot of obligations too, so I'm sure there's a reason why I didn't hear from him. But all in all, I had a great birthday, and I want to thank all of y'all that sent me birthday wishes. Thank you so much. And I think that is it. I think that's it. Oh, I am going to remind you about the Facebook group. And the link to that is in the description box below. And if you can't get to it, just go to Facebook, do a search for Southern Lady Artistic Creators. and it should pop right up. And there's 3 simple little questions. And between me, Rose, or Ashley, we get you approved really fast. And it's a cool place to be. We can share stories with each other. We can share pictures. I love seeing pictures of y'all. You know, everybody knows what I look like. I don't know what anybody, well, I know what some of y'all look like now because of Facebook. But it's just a really cool group of people over there. They are awesome, and they're very helpful, and we share pictures. And so if that sounds like something you would enjoy, just hop on over there and we'll get you approved really quick. And oh, I'm going to ask you if the thumbs up. Yeah, I'm holding the camera, so my left hand, I can't do this real good. Thumbs up, like button. That's really important to get into the algorithm with YouTube, and the share button, and of course the notification bell that lets you know when I have a new video coming up, and the subscribe button, which if you've not subscribed, I would love for you to do so. And I think that's it, y'all. I'm trying really hard to think if I'm forgetting something. If you have any questions, as always, just leave them in the comments below. And it may take me a little bit longer these days to get to you, but I do try. So if you haven't heard from me in a couple of days, ask it again, because sometimes it does get lost in the shuffle. And sometimes I do try to put a heart to let y'all know that I've read it almost immediately, at least the same day that it comes out. And sometimes when I do that, and I go back trying to answer the questions, sometimes it really does get lost in the shuffle. And so if I've not answered a question you had in a couple of days, just ask me again. That would work out really well. Oh, and let me know what you think. The comments, y'all know I love the comments. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the brain. And if y'all have ever orders from Into Resin, let me know which molds you got and what you think of the company. Now, I do have a link to Into Resin in the description box. I do have an affiliate with Into Resin. I only have an affiliate with 2 companies, y'all. I'm real picky about that. And I endorse 3 companies. And that Bria Reese mixed mold, I am a true firm believer in that product. I think it's the best product that has been put out on the market in many, many years. I have said this over and over again, and I will continue to say it because I love the mixed mold by Bria Reese. I am out of it right now. I think, though, I have a package coming from Bria Reese because they're the only ones that pops up that says I have a FedEx package coming and it will be delivered in such and such date. And I got that notification yesterday. And I am so hoping it's more mixed mold because I don't like being out of it at all. And I do, I will recommend that product all day long, every day. I don't make any money off of it, but they are exceptional about sending me free product, and I'm so very thankful. The 2 affiliate links that I do have, that I do get a small commission, and it's not a whole lot, and it does not cost you any extra, and that is Into Resin and Eye Candy. And both of them have exceptional product line. And both of those links are in the description box below. And Eye Candy runs a special every week on a specific color of mica. So if you've not checked out Eye Candy, go to their website, follow the link, because you do get a discount if you go through my link to both of them. Both Into Resin and Eye Candy will give you a discount, but you have to go through the link that's in the description box to get it. And if you've never used Eye Candy products, just go to their website and check them out and see what they're all about. And if you get on their email list, they'll send you a notification every week telling you what their color of the week sale is. And I love their product. I do. Um, and of course, Into Resin also. They have pages and pages and pages of molds, and it does take a while to get them. It's not a quick thing, but you know, when we order molds from Temu or Shein or AliExpress or any place like that, sometimes it takes 3 weeks to get there. Get to us. Well, when you order a mold from Into Resin, especially an artisan mold that's handmade, they don't make those in advance. They make it when you order it, and then they will ship it to you. And it takes about 30 days from the day that you order it to get it. But you're getting a quality mold that you're not going to find anywhere else. And their prices, I think their prices are great. They run sales all the time. And you know, sometimes if you go to Amazon or you go to Etsy and you try to buy molds other than Temu and Shein, you can pay top dollar for those molds. So when you look at the molds on Into Resin and you think, wow, okay, they're a little bit high compared to Temu. Well, yes, they are, because they're handmade molds and they're better quality molds. So you have to think about it in a totally different perspective with that. So if you've never looked at Into Resin, and if that's something that you think you would enjoy, go to their website and just look at the molds. You can spend hours going through there and looking at all the molds, because they got bukus of them. Oh, and for all of y'all that don't know what bukus buku means, and I know I've been asked that before. I have words I grew up with. I don't think too much about them, but all that all that means is a whole lot. That's what that word means, just a whole lot. Alrighty, I'm going to shut up now. Yes, indeedy, I am. I'm going to wish y'all a fantastic evening, and you probably are not going to see this much before Friday. It took 7 hours for my last video to upload to YouTube. 7 hours. So I don't know. You know, if this pops up and takes an hour, you'll see it in about an hour and a half. But it may not pop up until tomorrow. But alrighty, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I hope to see you again. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe on Saturday with some more resin. That right there. That. We'll finish that. Alrighty. Thank you again so very much. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye. How do I turn it off? Okay.